While you're in the city, you can check out the statue with the ponytail. It gives you more context to the destruction of the city. I already did all that.
The investigation comes later. First, back to the city.
Back to the city we go.
Everyone's getting along.
I already looked at all of the statues when we first got to the city. To Sword March. Not Sword March. We don't go there anymore to get to the city. We go to the city to get to the city, believe it or not. All the way back here. We might actually use the campfire level up stuff if me ignoring some side quests leads to me getting a little under level.
Gray.
You're the guy who works with Monica.
There's something I wanted to pick your brains about.
Let's hear it.
I've heard your Rozanna has been trying to get outside.
I see.
She was stopped by the soldiers and turned back just like that, they say. Just for my own conscience, I went to check it with the R&D team, but they said she'd not come in that day.
Whoa, is she okay? What if she was forced into something by that lot who attacked us?
You were attacked?
It's nothing. Keep going.
Right, well, that's about it. It just seemed a bit fishy, is all, which is why I wanted it noted.
What did Monica have to say?
About that. She actually took an away team and went out. Something about a request from Rozanna. Seemed urgent. I mean, I suppose it must have been to get the boss moving like that. I wonder what that's all about.
No clue. But I'll look into it.
Appreciate it, really, I do. Somehow I don't feel like sticking my neck out myself here.
Great. Do you know where Rozanna could be?
I haven't the faintest idea.
You seem real relaxed for someone whose partner's missing, pal.
She made Monica leave the city and tried to go outside herself too. That does feel rather odd. Furthermore, Rozanna should be aware of the dangers that await a non-combatant on the outside.
Right? And if there was something she needed from beyond, couldn't she have just asked Monica?
Well, you want to contribute or what?
Whatever the case may be, Rozanna's tough. She'll be fine.
Huh?
I don't know where she went, but I can think of a few people who might.
Well then, shall we try asking them? That might be the quickest way.
Who are we asking then?
I hope everyone's getting along.
I hope everyone's
Doctor,
getting along.
Mechanic, and an old friend.
I love seeing Uni and Gray wearing the same outfit side by side. Up. Hello, Drum Drum. I need to ask you something. Friend mean about Rozanna? That's right. Rozanna apparently been busy lately. Drum Drum not seen her for 3 days. Shame, would have liked to spend more time tinkering with automaton. An automaton? That right, had to regulate settings on some automaton. Gray, did you know about this? I didn't. Haven't even heard. So this automaton you regulated, where is it now? Drum Drum know it in hidey place and not know any more than that. You were working on an automaton, but you don't know where it was? Drum Drum told it question of trade secret. Had to walk to place with eyes covered. Drum Drum think was still in city, but maybe on very tippy edge. Got it, that'll be all. It was very secret, that's why they didn't let me see where they took me. But also, here's a very descriptive bit of where they took me, from what I could tell. Boomer. Oh, man. It makes me chuckle every time I walk past it. Alright, who we got over here near the fountain? Clara! Clara! Are you the woman whose chest was hurting? Oh my, now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. I have a question for you. Well, that's unexpected. Tell me, what do you and I have to talk about? Do you know where Rozanna is? Rozanna? No, I don't believe I do. She's not like the rest of us, that girl. We don't have very much in common. What do you mean exactly? Oh, you know, her way of thinking, it's not really compatible with ours. She's the kind of child who'll do anything to get her way, is little Rozanna. Enough chit-chat. If you don't know anything, then we're done here. Now, is that any way to treat your elders? So callous, Gray. Come off it. I'm old enough to be your brother. I wish you wouldn't waste my time. Saucy as ever. Alright, so listen here. I don't know where she is, but I can tell you a fascinating little tidbit. Rozanna happens to have some connections with my people. You mean the conservatives? Being a doctor ought to make one impartial, but that rule isn't as reliable these days. So we've had to accept medicine from the girl at times. And at times, we've been known to feed her a few scraps of information. I get the picture, that's enough. I'll say again, Rozanna is a good girl, but she's also a girl who puts her ends far above considering her means. You have to keep a tight rein on those types, so you never know what they might get up to. Huh.
I hope everyone's getting along.
Gee, I sure hope everyone is getting along. Got a question for you. Nice to see you too, Gray. Oh my goodness. I hate when the characters are moving and text box comes up. It doesn't happen often, but it's annoying every time it does. Rozanna's missing? Know anything? Huh, Rozanna? Well, she hasn't been here, I can tell you that much. Look, I know you've had dealings with her. Tell me what you know. You trying to make a point or something? I just owed the girl a debt, that's all. What kind of a debt? Oh, for the love of the founders. Fine, I'll tell you. Got a feeling you won't leave me alone until I do. I went into a little bit of an accent there. I can't do accents. I got in some trouble with the hardliners some 5 years ago, alright? Their leader, Brew, gave me a real good thumping. But Rozanna stepped in and made the scum leave me be. Anyway, since then, I've been greasing wheels for her a little here and there. I see. Once I even rustled up some medicine she said she needed. The hardliners again. Come to think of it, why was Rozanna even around that time? It's always kind of bothered me, to be honest. I don't know exactly what they'd been planning, but they sure were about to wreak merry havoc on this place. I'm definitely grateful to Rozanna for that, if nothing else, but yeah, that's about the size of it. Do you know where the hardliners are? I could say I don't, but I doubt you'd listen. I'll go on then, I'll tell you. One place is on the edge of Rivoli Plaza. I don't know the exact location, but they like using that area a lot. Another's in the Great Sword Passage, although I have to say I'm not sure if that one's like a room or what. Other than that, I suppose there's Midia Lookout, maybe? You can see across the whole city from there. As long as they can't make any big moves, I expect they'll be in hiding. Understood, that's enough. I can imagine what you're going through, you know? But she's a stubborn one, that girl. You couldn't rein her in if you tried. Huh, I didn't ask for your opinion. New topic available.
That we can now.
Let's go have a little chit-chat.
We pulled our info.
Where is, like, the most convenient place to go to, like, probably fast travel somewhere? Yeah, way up here.
Just going to run recon on the canteen.
Yeah, recon on the
You
canteen.
can't always give 100%.
But you can try! I'm apparently at the wrong spot.
You guys must be exhausted.
Yes, the other city rest spot. My bad.
You can't always give 100%. And today's story is...
Just once, I want to see these guys still wearing their jackets while sitting down at a camp. Let's sum up what we've learned. I refuse to believe that every time they take a break somewhere, they're right. Alright, immediately, everyone, undress like 20%. First, we know Rozanna tried to send Gray and Monica out of the city. And we heard she tried to leave it herself as well. But it seemed unexpected for Rozanna to try and go outside. It could have been a message of some kind. A message. A message to convey the fact that she didn't leave the city, for instance. So what? You think she was trying to tell Gray something? We can't discount the possibility. She may have already become involved in some difficulties at that juncture. Hey, those hardliner guys that attacked us, you think they're connected? Their goal is to eradicate Mobius. I wouldn't put it past them to get city people involved. To my eyes, that's something to consider. Back up a sec. Rozanna has no way to fight, right? So why is she going against the hardliners? That's a good point. Additionally, she was also said to have connections to the conservatives. Right, yeah, there is that. Of course, she might just have personal friends who happen to fall on both sides. That wouldn't be so strange. But that fact does strike me as somewhat calculated, even mercenary. Gray, do you have anything you can tell us? I don't know how she got involved in all this, but Rozanna, she'll do whatever it takes. When she's set on something, there's no stopping that woman. If her connections to another faction can serve as the means to her end, there's no doubt in my mind she'll make use of them. I guess she did send us on that wild Medusa chase. Do we think she's in league with those hardliners and that's why she's tried to get us snuffed out? It's possible. Wouldn't put it past her. Well, then what the spark are we nattering? Nattering? Lone Wolf, explain yourself and your people. What are we nattering on for here? Right, perhaps we should start checking the places where the hardliners are rumored to hang out. Nice idea, but going by that doctor, I doubt they're all going to be neatly cooped up in one place. Should we just go over them one by one then? That doesn't strike me as realistic. There's no telling when they might make their move. Speaking of which, I'm worried by the mention of an automaton. Yeah, if those things get deployed inside the city, then we deal with those first. But we don't really know where they are. Let's see, the doctor gave us 3 suspected locations. True, annoyingly, there are multiple possibilities for the location of their hideout, words. Well, let's start with wherever's most likely then, I guess. No need. The places the good doctor gave us were meant to pinpoint the hardliner stronghold, and the Nopon Drum provided a hint to the automaton's location. Ah, gotcha, if we put those clues together. Exactly, we can discount the place overlooking the city as well as the Rebelli Plaza area. Just an educated guess, but if I was going to hide an automaton anywhere, it would be the 3rd place. Then what are we waiting for? Let's get our butts over there. The only thing I hate worse than when a Britishism comes up in this game that sounds absolutely insane and ridiculous is when I say as much and then Lone Wolf just says the word and like 4 synonyms of it in a row in chat.
How are we looking out there?
Monica's still gone, but Gray's back with Ouroboros, looks like.
That guy really doesn't know when to quit.
Still, if we can just disrupt the command chain, everything else should fall into place, right?
Finally. Our toy will have its day.
Of course. It's high time we got to use this thing, and I couldn't think of a better opportunity.
Oh, yes. She turns out exactly as I'd hoped. You're a sly one, aren't you? Getting people to accept you, then using them as you like. I'm sorry. What? Skilled technologists from R&D always have to be managed to a degree. We've watched you closely, and you've never leaked info about our actions to anyone.
You've helped us come this far. Regardless of the results, you've made your bed as our accomplice.
You're still not making any sense. You think the plan's going to fail?
I don't intend to let this opportunity pass me by. Whatever happens, I'll leave my mark on this city. I promise you that.
This is our chance to gain the upper hand in one fell swoop. No need to get gloomy.
Yes, that's exactly it.
We'll have Ouroboros in our hands, and we won't have to fight them. No more hiding, no more biding our time. No more taking anyone's crap. That stuff's for the birds.
Guernica, Monica, they're too soft by half.
We'll cause a disturbance in the city, then use the confusion to steal away all the Levnesses. Brilliant! With Monica gone, now's our window. We'll suppress the military and have them hand over the leadership.
Once we bend Ouroboros to our command, all we have to do is squish Mobius under our thumb.
You think they'll ally themselves with us? Even after we cause all this ruckus? Ha! They're just a bunch of kids. They'll be putty in our hands. Right. Yeah. Putty in our hands indeed.
Incredibly wrong and stupid of you. We're going to absolutely slaughter you. I don't believe in losing, thus I never lose. Thus, you're going to lose. Payback for treason. The Cadencia region, I have to, like, leave the city here. I'll find Cadencia eventually, there it is. Where? Way over there. Over near the Agnian Castle. Wait, no. That was the main story thing I just looked at. Not where I'm supposed to be going. I was supposed to be looking for the yellow marker. Whoop. way back down here. That makes more sense. Hello. Oh, it's the entrance of the sword. Open up. Thank you. Ah, the Mechonis sword. How I love it. I remember running across this thing in Xenoblade 1,
Is it really
fighting
here?
Mumka.
Be on the lookout for a hidden door. Anything that strikes you as odd.
Was it meant to be here somewhere? Looks like a whole load of nothing.
Well, this is where the doc said.
Wait. Here.
How did you know?
That was the most obvious looking spot for a secret door of all time.
Too much effort to explain. Let's just go.
Are all old people this cranky?
Beats me. Come on, let's just follow him.
Not all old people. Some old people. It depends.
Oh, you sniffed us out all the way out here. You're like a right proper hound.
He's really good at his job. What's the deal with the Mechon from Xenoblade 1? Why did they eat people and cause war? Did you play Xenoblade 1? That's all explained as one of the big plot points of the entirety of Xenoblade 1. A huge plot point and, like, one of the biggest twists in the game. So, play Xenoblade 1.
Ha! You're right on the money there. He's Vandam's little doggy is what he is.
Bark, bark. Shoots gun into their forehead.
There's nothing for you here, Grey. Go wag your tail somewhere else.
Whoa, they're really laying into you. Go on, Grey, give him a real tongue lashing.
No need.
What? Sure there is. You're not gonna let these clods make fun of you and have the last word?
Gray's gonna have the last bullet fired. That's what matters.
Ouroboros are still just kids, and it shows. If they're your latest traveling companions, then how the mighty have fallen.
If you're here, I assume it's because you figured out our plan.
Looks like we'll have to get rough. Or are you gonna sit there like a good pooch and lick yourself?
You're making this dog analogy weirder and weirder the more you keep up with it.
Yeah, I'm not that flexible. First, I'll kill you.
Good start.
You. I'll keep alive for now. Might still kill you later, if you don't tell me anything worthwhile.
I love Gray.
Whoa. I knew we were gonna see action today. But this is more than I signed up for.
Yeah, doesn't spark around, does he?
Ouroboros are your only allies now. Rozanna is on our side. You still want to fight?
Of course. It is, after all, my job.
Loyal to a fault. That's a hound for you. But you can't protect the city with that wimpy attitude. Today, this hour, the city will be transformed. And the cause of peace demands a sacrifice.
I can't wait to break your stupid little robot and watch you cry about it. Get down, idiot. I should have brought Valdi. I can't because we have to use Gray for this, but imagine just bringing the machine-destroying hero to fight their ultimate machine weapon. I didn't get the break there, really? Oh, okay, it aggroed to me for a second, but then it stopped. I'm just gonna auto-attack for a second. I don't want to use my arts, don't want to draw back the aggro. But also at the same time, I need more Interlink. didn't get the break on either of those, really. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and use this for damage then. Ooh, baby, the damage. This sentry stands no chance.